Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna do one more video for you tonight. Hello. Um, First, so basically, I just got back to Weaver's Fen Settlement from my last video, and I've been here ever since. I haven't done anything. I've been doing other things. So here I am, and first thing I'm gonna do is if you recall, I did a faction mission during that last video. I'm going to turn that in. I wanted to show you something here. So I have to turn in this mission right here, and it has 3,375 faction tokens I get with it. But I'm at my token limit already, so I won't get any if I just turn it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, where is it? 33 masterwork material converters, or maybe 34. So I get 3,375. So as long as I'm less than 3,375. There we go, 3,325. So I get 35 of them. So I'll buy that now. So I got 35 of those, and that has brought down my total to 34,175. But then when I complete this mission, I'm going to get them back, and I'm right back at my max. So if you're at your max tokens, spend some of them before you turn them in, so that otherwise they're just wasted. And I got an extra 35 material converters, and I use them not quite as much as I gain them. I still have to do the level 5. I'm not quite ready for that, I don't think. So anyway, so I've gotten 2 or 3 of my daily bonuses. So if I can do one more faction mission, I'll get another bonus for that, and that'll give me a little coin. I'm at 105,633. Let's see, I started the day at I think 104,341. So I've gotten a little over 2,000 a day. I kind of track it to see my progress here, as coin has become more important to me while I'm playing. So I'm going to record that number down. I'll refer to that later. So hopefully tomorrow, the next day, my max all time was 108,277. So that's kind of my next goal, to get past that. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and dump what I have here. I just wanted to show you that. We're going to go to, this is a good one, and one I promised I'd show you. We're going to go to Bronzegrove. Now in Bronzegrove, there are 2 caverns, one here and one here. This one has mostly wyrdwood, and this one has wyrdwood and some starmetal. Now I don't really need either one of them, but you might, and this is a very popular one, so a lot of times you'll come here and the resources will be harvested. But if you go back and forth between the 2 a few times, you're going to get a nice little boost. But both of them have an Azoth spring. So the Azoth spring will give you some Azoth water, and this is where you can go if you're a low-level player and gain yourself some Azoth water. But there are 3 more Azoth springs nearby, and one of them is really kind of a secret. So if you watch this video, you're going to be one of the few people who know about this, and don't tell anybody, okay? Because every time I get it, it's there, and I know people have seen my video if I go there and it's been harvested. Anyway, so I'm gonna dump a little my stash, and then I'm gonna go to this fast travel point. And by the way, there's some ironwood here, or I believe it's right here. So we're gonna swing by there real quick. There's a spirit critter here, and then we're gonna swing over here and look to see if there's ironwood. It's almost never there when I check it. And then we're gonna go into these 2 caverns here. And you can go up in here, but I don't see any reason to go up in there today. So we'll go up through here, and then we'll come out through here, and then we'll go down, and right here is an orichalcum vein, maybe 2. And we'll go check those out, and maybe we'll come down around here and get some soul motes. And then after go through that, there's some soul motes here, and then I'll probably end it here, or at the fishing hole. This is my favorite hotspot here. So that's what we'll do. So let me go ahead and stash this stuff here, and I'll go to my primary one here and dump the things. If I have room for it, I got room right now, so I'll just go ahead and dump what I can. And let's see, I put my unrefined jewels there. I moved where I put this stuff here, and I don't remember exactly where. Figures, huh? Let's see, did I put it here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here? Nope. Well, this is going to be fun. I don't know where I put it. I'm going to have to last stand. No, first watch. First light. Yes, I moved all that stuff to first light because I just didn't have enough room where I had it. And I don't have a whole lot of room here either, so that might be an issue for me. I don't have room for all of it anywhere in particular. So I'll put my moats here and reek water, and if I get any low-level resources, I put there. Crafting the material converters I keep in my primary storage in Windsward. So let me dump some more of this stuff here. I got a few of these. Those are surprisingly valuable, so let me do those. I'll dump my fishing stuff here. I should have refined that catfish. Let me go ahead and dump that. Refine that catfish. And I keep most of my extra fish stuff in there. I keep a few in my local storage, usually just less than 10, so whenever I get more than 10, I dump. Okay, let's put that in here. I use it most. My cooking stuff goes in there as well, so don't have a lot of that. I'll put half of that in there. Keep half for, I need it for some mission. I don't know what it is. Something that's gotten lost over time. This doesn't go here, so let's. What do I do with that? That goes into. Did I say first light now? Yes. Put that in first light. I've got a couple of chests I'll store here real quick. I'm sorry to make you watch this here. Okay. Good enough for now. Okay, so let's go. We're going to fast travel over to this alchemist shrine, which is in the southeast corner of Brightwood. Okay, so and there's Everfall settlement right there. All right, so let's go here, and I get a discount. I guess it's a faction discount, I'm not sure what. And we'll go there and see what happens. Okay, now I don't need to, these I think they're low level 30 enemies, so I don't really need to wear my heavy armor or anything. Now if you're low level 30 yourself, they're going to present a challenge for you, or high 20s. Once you get up to, 40, 45-ish, you'll be able to cruise to them pretty quick and easy. One thing I will use in this area is my great axe, which does a real good job on Angry Earth. And like I said, these guys aren't real tough, so I won't have any trouble with them. But it's nice to take them out quick and easy. And I can do so with my sword. I'm also going to need to use an Angry Earth coating, because these coatings actually do work pretty well. And there's my tier 4 Angry Earth coating. So I'll load that up. And let's add my great axe. Now when I add my great axe, let me go ahead and repair all first. So when I stash something, it doesn't need to be repaired. So when I load my great axe, my expertise and gear score should go up, or at least my gear score. So anyway, there you go. So here I am set. I'm still got my default light load that I use for most things. Not going to worry about that. I do have the great axe. I have a 603 on that. I could add more to it, but I'm saving my umbral shards. I hear when you get further into the high level areas, you get basically all you could ever want. So I'm not going to worry about that, but since I don't get all I want right now, I'm going to conserve. So I'll break out my great axe and I'll apply the Angry Earth coating to it. Probably should wait till I check out these other areas. Okay, so first of all, we're going to check where that spirit critter is. It's not there right now. It's right here on this island. Or maybe it is here. No, it's not here. So, but he's right here. And now we're going to mosey on over here. And we're going to go look on the off chance that there's any ironwood over here. Since it's all so close, might as well take advantage of these if you can. I'll switch to my sword here and go here, and I don't see any. There might be some here. Let me get closer here, and I'll use my compass, which will point out any, even though this is dark here. I think I'm all the way there. Yeah. So there's none here now, as I expected. Maybe I could show you the stumps. That's just what you want to see, right? Oh, I'll show you some stumps of where the ironwood is supposed to be. It's right in here. Look on the map. Maybe it's a little over here. So there's one right there. So it's right in this area here. And when you use the compass, it takes a couple seconds for things to show up. Now if you see like this bright crag, if you see it on the map, okay, you see them on the map there, that doesn't mean they're there. That just means that's where they're supposed to be. If you see it on your compass, it's there. I see this one on the compass, so I know it's there. So, and I need death boats badly. So let's go ahead and get them. So now we're going to go back and head to our Angry Earth guys here. And as you notice, I typically pick a route where I can go through unmolested. Now if you're trying to level up a weapon, then you want to use it. But since both of these weapons are over 620, they both have a 20. Great Axe is at level 20, and so is my sword and shield. It's level 20 as well. So there's no leveling those guys up. And remember, I've already applied my Angry Earth coating to my greatsword. Now, as long as I don't put the greatsword away, I can switch between my weapons, no problem. But if I put my greatsword away, I'll lose the coating buff. So, like if I equip my bow instead of, and then put the axe back, then I'd lose that buff. So as long as you don't put it away, as long as it's equipped, you don't have to be using it. You'll keep that buff, and see what it does here. And a lot of these guys I only have to hit with one heavy attack, and they just go away. I don't know what that guy's problem is. He's still walking around even though I took him out. And there's a couple guys there that won't quite drop with one heavy attack, so you have to follow with light attack. Okay, so I'm just walking in here, and it looks like everything is here, which means that chances are no one's been here in at least a few minutes. So, and these small ones add up quick. So just because they're small, I mean, it takes 3 or 4 small ones to make a big one. So I've already gotten, yeah, 56. So the average giant one is like 45 to 50. So those were like, just like cutting down one giant one of the big daddy ones. So it's already paid off. And I guess I've just leveled up just enough. Usually I would have to follow up my heavy attack with a light attack on some of these guys, but I haven't had to do that so far. It's great, everything's here right now, so you get a good view of everything here. And there are some big wyrdwood in here too. But first I want to get the most important thing here, and that's right here. The Azoth Spring. You can see that on the map, it's right there. I'll show it to you after I collect it. Let me collect it first. I'll give you a better view of it. So it's right there on the map in the back corner. So knowing how to get to it is the trick. And you can watch this part of the video where I went to it directly and see how I got there. So now that I've done that, I'm going down. So I'm going to come down here, take out this guy. Yeah, that guy I used to have to hit twice. So I must have progressed in some way. I bet you if I didn't use the coating, I would have to hit him twice. So, and these chests here, they're pretty good. Archers seem to go pretty easy. So you get anywhere near these guys, and they're pretty aggressive. And the archers, especially, if you run away from them but don't keep running, they'll get you. So especially if you end up hitting another guy, and so this guy's pretty easy here. And see, okay, so this big stump has not regenerated yet. This one has. This ones have. So if I come back here, there's a good chance that giant one is going to be there. So and this is the out to the next area, which I'm not going to do just yet. I'm just going to look around here one more time real quick. On the compass I can see, if you look up at the top, you can see the compass. If there is any more wyrdwood in here, I'd see it. I don't see it in here, so I'm going to keep on going. There's a guy at the exit here. Take him out. Like I said, if you run by him and then run into another guy, there's plenty of guys here. I'm going to go this route here. I go this way, then like this, and sharp back this way, and then straight on. That avoids all those guys. You don't have to mess with once you get to this guy right here. And then there's 2 nice wyrdwood trees here. If these are here, that usually tells you that the contents of this next cavern are untouched. So that's a very good sign. And especially when the server is busy, man, you'll find all kind of people running back and forth through here. Very common place to boost your wyrdwood. Take this guy out, because he will get you. Down here, this is the second cavern. There's both wyrdwood and starmetal, but I'm going to get these big trees first. Looks like everything's in here. And the boss guy in here is a little more difficult, so I'm going to use some of my... Oh look, there's another 60 player in here hitting it up. So now if I wanted to, I would compete with that guy sharply, but I'm not really concerned about that. I'll take my fair share, of course, but I'll let him take what he wants. I'm going to tackle this guy here. I'm going to hit him hard twice, then I'm going to give him business. And he's gone. So there's more wyrdwood down here. It's a good thing I went right for that large tree, or right for me. And the other guy missed this. He did. Here's that other Azoth spring I was telling you about. So the two in the caverns, these are the easiest ones to get. There's the second one right there. The first one's right here. So these two are the easiest ones to get, but they do take a while to respawn. So once someone gets them, you're going to be waiting a while. So this guy is obviously, he wants to get himself some wyrdwood. I don't care so much, but I might as well collect some star metal while I'm here. And it took me a while to learn my way around this cavern because it's a little bit confusing. And if you turn, once you learn where to turn and what paths to take when and where, it's much easier. There's a bad guy here that's kind of hidden. So that other player must have taken those two wyrdwood trees. But that's okay. Remember, this is a competitive game. You should never expect to get everything, especially in the low-level areas. I'm really happy I got the Big Daddy wyrdwood tree, but most important, the real reason we're here is the Azoth spring, which is remember I was saying you always got to keep your primary objective in mind and not get yourself too sidetracked by other stuff. Here's another wyrdwood tree. So I've already done really well. Let's see how much wyrdwood I've gotten. Let's see right here. 330. Wow, that's a good deal. Here's that guy I was telling you about. He sits there and he's almost completely hidden. So you can run right by him and not see him. And we'll come out here, and this takes you to a clearing. If you go to the right, you go back into the cavern. If you go to the left, you exit. But there's some wyrdwood here. There's a few trees. That other player must have gotten those two on the other side. But there's also a chest there. I'll go back and get that. And I could go back into the cavern and compete for more. Where the heck am I? Oh, this one just popped up again. Oh, this is where I said the other two were right here. There's the chest. So as you see in this game, everything respawns so quickly. I mean, don't get overexcited about missing out on something. But we're done here. I showed you all you needed to see. We saw the two Azoth springs. Great. So now we're going to leave out to the south. And right here is the Azoth tree. So that's going to, there's kind of like I think there's a couple of mission or two that go on here. And I guess I did them long ago. There's some silver here as well. So there's a couple of guys here. There's an Angry Earth Archer here. We'll go ahead and take him out. We could avoid the wolf. Gives you a blight. But I'm going to go ahead and take him out. He stops blighting the second you kill him. If we go out here, we go back into the... We go back here. I think there's some ironwood back here. I guess we could go there and take a look, huh? Sometimes if you're, not familiar with an area, that doesn't mean, you almost definitely should at least check it out. I think there's some, I think ironwood, isn't there? I think maybe there's some ironwood up here. Somewhere around here. Keep an eye on my compass. I do like Angry Earth areas. They're definitely the most pretty, most colorful. I don't know where that ironwood would be. It may be on the other side of that creek, and that if you go up that way, that takes you back to where those caverns are. But we're not going to go that way. We're gonna go ahead and leave here. And next time I come this way, I'll make sure I know exactly where that ironwood is. Pretty sure it's ironwood, which I could almost never seem to get enough of. Although eventually I can get enough. And like I said, this is a numbers game. So it's all in doing a lot of things a lot of times. There's the Azoth tree in its glory. That's pretty. Yeah, you can see that there. It's pretty cool looking. Alright, there's a couple of guys and 3 chests right here, so let's get those. I should go right for the Azoth springs, but I've yet to have anyone snatch them out from under me while I'm doing these chests, so I'll go ahead and take the chance. I've already gotten 2 Azoth Water, and the Azoth Water, you can actually boost your thing with a proficiency booster. In this case, you know, you might get an extra 2 or 3 Azoth Water if you collected them all. There's 5 total in this area. You've already got 2 of them. Alright, so I went ahead and collected these 3 chests. There's almost certainly, they just pay off. You just keep doing it, and then you go, well, I wonder what these are worth, and then all of a sudden you get $500 or 1,000, or 500 coins or 1,000 coins for what you just, collected automatically. So there's Azoth Spring number 3. And on the other side of the island, I skirt around the edges so I don't have to deal with the guys here. Well, I will deal with them as soon as I'm done here. So that's Azoth Spring number 4. So, and they're on basically opposite sides of the island. But here's the secret one you can't tell anybody about. So you go to the north side of the island here, and this basically points the way. It's over here. So you can see that stone pillar there. There's a clump of trees right there. And there's 2 guys on patrol, one to the left and one to the right. But if you go if you head north, if you look at my compass, I'm almost due north. I stay right at that clump of trees. Neither one of those guys will bother with me. See, you can see them both moving left and right. And by the way, I do record in 4K, so I do have 4K video, but of course YouTube only allows me to do HD, and I just keep going straight north. And there you see it. Now, what makes this one special is, okay, most of the time when an Azoth Spring is collected, you'll see that big stone in it. And this one has that big stone in it, but it hasn't been collected. And I think a lot of players who see this one see that big stone in there and they think it's been collected and just go right on by. It hasn't been collected. So now let's take a quick look, see how much Azoth. I got all 5 springs and I got 36 Azoth Water. Definitely because of my trophies helped that out, because normally they would only yield like 4. I'd be lucky to get 20. I get like 18 to 22 somewhere. So now I head right back the way I came, and right back here. And okay, the guy marching back and forth with the bow over here, that guy's a pretty tough cookie. So if you don't have to mess with him and you're not prepared for it, really, don't. He's a tough cookie. And he always seems to get in. I try to take these guys out without allowing them to get a hit in on me, take any damage. It's kind of like just a little game I play, and that works with these guys. See, they don't have a chance. But that other guy, I have a lot of trouble getting him without taking a hit. So there's 2 chests here on this island. And there's 3 soul sprouts. I'm going to go ahead and take out this guy. Even though I probably, especially, see, now he's already seen me. He's going to jump back and use his bow. See, there he goes. I can switch to my sword and then use my shield to protect myself from the bows, from the arrows. But, But look at the damage I took. I took quite a bit, and I got poison or bleeding or something. So I'm going to switch to my sword and shield, and when I do, I automatically get a health booster, so I'll always automatically regenerate a little health when I've got my sword equipped. And this extra chest here, this is the last chest in this area. And since I don't want to wait, I can, but I don't want to wait, so I'm going to go ahead and just fully restore my health now. I don't really need to at all. I'm perfectly safe from here on out. There's 2 more guys here, but there's nothing to them. But see that one guy? I mean, he even took a notch out of my health with just those few arrows. So if you're not really, and of course I got light armor on. If I had heavy armor on, I wouldn't take near the damage. But you know, it's not really of a concern enough for me to change my armor. But if you're, you know, a lower level player and you're not properly outfitted, there's a wolf here. I'm just going to walk by him. So now we're coming to, so we're done with that area. We did very well. We got quite a bit. We got some starmetal. We got plenty of wyrdwood, and we got a bunch of Azoth water. And this is a place to get it if you're not a high level player. And that's exactly how you do it right there. And I believe you need 1 Azoth water to create the high level potions. So if you're, you know, just getting there, and you need Azoth water for that. And by the way, even if you can't make the potions yet, you definitely want to collect that Azoth water if you can, because you're going to need it later. So that's what I'm saying, is a lot of times you should collect things that you can collect even if you can't use them yet, because by the time you use them, if you don't have any, or you just have a small amount, you're going to be kind of limited. But if you, so now I'm running around this area, but if you collect them ahead of time, you're going to be really glad you did. So I'm following this cliff here, this cliff wall here. This is going to take me to a soul spire. And if it's here, and it is, that tells me there's a good chance the second soul spire around here is. And there's a few chests down here, and I'm going to collect them as well. I think if I just go this way here, over the top. Yeah, there's an alligator down there. There you go. And there's some river cress. I can switch back to my bow now. Let me switch back to my bow. I don't need that. But since I'm putting him away, let me go ahead and repair him so I don't forget to later. As you can see, I got 3 weapons out of that run. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 armors. So that's gonna replenish my parts pretty much, if not fully. And I'm gonna jump down here into this area. I'm gonna switch to my sword and shield. Jump over here, and there's guys here. These are all basically level 20 stuff here. So that's great if you're like high level 20s, 30-ish. It's a fairly easy run, and you level up quite a bit while you're here in these places. So if you're in a place that's you know, like 5 or 10 points below your current level, you're going to get make a lot of progress by going through that level. So you get XP, and you'll upgrade your weapons will improve your weapon mastery quickly. Did I already collect that one? I guess I did. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in here looking for that other soul spire. These 2 guys here, that's the main boss guy, I think, right there. That soul spire is here. So I'll get that soul spire. There's 2 supply chests here. Let's get those. And I try to take both of these guys out with 1 heavy attack, but it usually doesn't work out that way. I used to have to swing again. Get real close. And, now I could go in here, and there's a couple little things in there, but I don't really care that much. I got the most important thing, those 2 chests and that soul spire. Oh yeah, there's a soul worm here. I always forget that. The soul worm seems to be the one I come across the least. And really what I want is the critter parts, in this case a soul worm tongue, instead of the motes. Because motes, I'll get motes right here. So I want that critter part because that's more rare. I did not want the tree, but well, you can always use a tree. The dragon glory. I'll get the supply crates that are here, because I am here. Like I said, taking out these guys just improves you get standing for taking them out. You get XP. So by all means, don't run by them. You get rewarded for, and of course sometimes you get coin as well by taking them out. So you want to progress quickly in the game. Don't run by enemies. Take them out. And you want it to be the more of a challenge they are, the better your reward. So if they're a bit of a challenge, you don't want them too much of a challenge because then they'll eat your lunch. And we all like to eat our lunch, so you eat their lunch. So you always want to, if you can, be in an area that you have an advantage in. You don't want to go in at a disadvantage. Now, if you're like a level 20 player and you want to start collecting Azoth Water in that area there that we just went through, you can, but you really kind of need a high level player to go with you. So you need someone, a partner to go with you in there. A partner who's willing to let you have the Azoth Water, that is. You get someone to take you in there, kind of protect you from death, or at least revive you if you do die. A lot of times, so there's a lot of situations I come across where there's a player there that's overmatched with the NPCs, but if I help them, then I get credit and they don't. So I'll just kind of hang back. If they really need help, I might help them. Or if they die, I just might let them die and revive them. I'll have yes, you get revived. I don't think you take a big hit on your repairs. So someone's there to revive you. So I limit so in a group of enemies, I'll step in and take out 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, just so they can keep progressing. But I try not to take away their kills from them, because you get so much for doing that. So if you're a higher level player, you think you're helping a whole player out by killing some bad guy they're having trouble with, you're not necessarily helping them. You might be helping yourself, but you're not necessarily helping them. Okay, so I got those extra soul sprouts there, so now we'll head over to this area here. It's pretty much a straight shot. I'll finally get on the road here. And my fishing. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about the video editing. I know how to do all the fancy stuff too. I just never do it. The good news is even though the software gets updated, pretty much everything is the same as it was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's just the hardware is improved. But of course, when they improve the hardware, they bloat the software, so you don't get a whole lot of performance boost. Although it does take significantly less time to render video. But of course, now we use, in the old days, the video was lower resolution than it is now. So whatever you gain by hardware, you lose by increased technology. Okay, so we're here at this fast travel point, and I could end this here, but let's go take a quick look. This is my favorite fishing hole in the game. And sometimes I come here to fish and it's inactive right now. I'll come here to fish and I'll see it's active, and I'll quickly put on my fishing gear and I'll get ready to cast and it's gone away. So this one does not last long. So I'm going to end the video right here at this fast travel point. Here we are, and the thumbnail preview for the video will have a map that shows you where we went and kind of maps out the path. So anyway, thank you so much. Hopefully this will be of some use to you. If it is, it'd be nice if you let me know. Thanks a lot, and see you later.